Alright, we're at the home of Mr. and Mrs. Brinkman. We actually saw them as part of the airport project a long time ago about windows, and they ended up going with the company that was part of that program. But it's time for some siding now, and got a beautiful home out here, kind of off of Blanco, and basically looking at doing some siding now. They've had some critter issues, and had a family member fix some of the siding for them, which we're going to end up redoing, but it's just time. You got the masonite siding on here and really experiencing varying degrees of failure here, so we're going to help them get it fixed up. We're going to be looking at doing a fascia overlay. It's a 6 1/4 inch fascia. We're doing a drip edge replacement, which is that little 1x2 right under your shingle line. So basically replacing that all around the house with a James Hardie 1x2 drip edge. We're going to be painting some porch ceiling and basically doing a full siding replacement using most likely the Cedar Mill Select 8 1/4 board. So we'll look at the house as we go around here. We're also going to be replacing 2 doors, a water heater closet and a garage rear entry door. So that's kind of what we're looking at. Again, fascia overlay, drip edge replacement, reconditioning of the soffit, and we'll be doing a full tear off as part of the project. So really on the front here, we have this little kind of half wall right back up in there. So that will all be addressed. And you know, our processes we talked about will be full tear off. We'll use our OSB underlayment, Tyvek, seam tape, flashing, all that. And then basically we'll put on the trim, Hardie 1x4, and then use our Cedar Mill Select siding. So that's kind of what we're looking at. We do have several areas, probably 5-6 areas like this, where we have the sidewall diving right into the ceiling or the roof line. So we talked about that, and the flashing that's necessary there will be done to make sure that water won't be suspect to any kind of infiltration down the road. So again, just beautiful, gorgeous home here. Not too much siding on the front, just a lot of fascia and soffit work. We do have a double garage and a single garage that we will be doing a garage wrap on. You can tell there's been several times where they've scabbed in replacement down there at the corner ends where it's rotten. So we'll eliminate that from ever having to be done again and just give them a more permanent fix to that problem. You have this little band of siding up here. So pretty easy, but again, see a lot of areas where we have the sidewall siding dying into the roof line. We have probably 5 or 6 security lights. You might be able to see that in the video right up there. So those security lights, when we're doing the reconditioning on the soffit, we'll take those down and then reinstall them when we're done. We have 3 areas of porch ceiling, and we're going to treat the porch ceiling just like the soffit. So we'll do a reconditioning and painting of it. We looked at Nagel, Stan and Sherry Nagel. They have a similar brick, and they do want to do a color change, something not so drab, maybe add a little spice to it, a little life to it. And we looked at Stan and Sherry Nagel's color, and we really like that. So unfortunately, Mrs. Brinkman wasn't here with us today, but we will kind of circle back with her, and during the color consult we'll be able to pick a good color. But I think the color we did on the Nagels would really go well. They almost have the same brick, and I think it would really look nice with what they have here. So again, excuse me, porch ceiling. We have 3 areas of porch ceiling, and that all will be treated just like the soffit with the reconditioning and a painting. Excuse me. Again, over on this side, you can see most soffit is real narrow. It's about an 8-inch, 9-inch soffit. Most of it is real narrow like that. So over here again, just soffit and fascia. And as we come around to the back, it's an awesome porch back here. So you can see everywhere where critters can chew, they've been chewing. So once you get the Hardie on there, we won't have that problem anymore. But have all this area up here with these window wraps. So all that needs to be done. Windows will be wrapped. This siding, you can see they're just setting up shop right in this little area right here. Just going to town, chewing that siding off, that masonite. So all that will be addressed. Now this big, beautiful porch back here, we're gonna paint the porch ceiling and these two 6x6 columns. The railing, all this railing here, we are not doing anything with. Excuse me, they're gonna, I think, come up with another solution and replace that. So we're not doing anything with that, but these big old 6xs, that we will paint. The first door we are going to be replacing is this guy right here. It's a 30-inch, 6'8". It's a water heater closet. You can see just massive amounts of rot right down here, the brick mold area. So we'll get rid of that. We'll do a therma-tru there. It's a, I think it's an S130. It's just a standard 6-panel. You can see here's a good indication. See all that darkened area there, where that just the siding is just basically sucked up so much moisture that it's just, I mean, it's just bursting ready, really. And then you can see all the chew marks right here where the squirrels have been going to town. We do have one area of fascia replacement before we do our fascia overlay, and that's right here. So you can see that, how bad that rot is. That whole corner needs to be rebuilt before we do our overlay. There's another security light. We have another security light over here. And you can see that big, beautiful porch ceiling. That will look gorgeous once we get some new paint on it. So that's the one door. And then over here, here's where this wall here is just under 2 squares. This wall was done by a family member. They used a colonial rough board, and we talked about it. I mean, did a couple things that maybe could have done differently, but I think we kind of came to the agreement that it would be best just to replace this, go back with the Cedar Mill Select, which Mr. Brinkman liked more anyways, and just put new siding on here as well, which would entail retrimming all these windows in Hardie plank as well, Hardie 1x4. So this wall was so bad that they had to have something done immediately. This wall is pretty much, I'm sure, where that wall was before they replaced it. So we got pretty significant water rot, water damage, and then we have a, you know, probably a woodpecker or something chewing right through there and has made a home there. So this whole wall, this whole area would all be redone with the Cedar Mill Select. And you can kind of get it without the sun here. And we talked about potential rot underneath there. We'll just have to address that. I can't tell with any kind of certainty what's behind there. So we talked about how that process will go and what we'll do to handle that as we encounter that when we do the tear off. You can see there's another security light right up on this soffit right there. So that's kind of how we'll approach that. If a change order is necessary, if it's minor, there's definitely going to be some kind of repair needed back there. It's just to what degree. Porch ceiling. This is our third and final porch ceiling right up in here. That'll all be treated like the rest of the soffit. And then we have our last door here. This is a garage entry. Really, really bad rot. Down there and down there. So we'll do a therma-tru door there, another 6-panel, hardware hinging threshold, brick mold, interior trim will all be replaced. All surfaces will be coated, and we'll use a good 60-year rated caulk on all that. So that's kind of where we're at. Like I said, I think I'm excited to see about the color change. I think it could be a huge difference and get them exactly what they want in just terms of just adding a little life to it. And getting away from just this kind of color here, this taupish color. Mr. Brinkman, really appreciate your time this morning. Enjoyed meeting you. Look forward to circling back with Mrs. Brinkman and helping you guys along with this process. If you have any questions, just let me know. Thanks so much.